Let me welcome on board Narendra Solanki and find out what he's making of the market right now. Narendra, hi, afternoon. Good to have you on the show. What's making the market nervous today?
Yeah, good afternoon. I think from the lows of the April, markets have already run up 11-12%. And I think it was just around, market was waiting for some kind of a news or some kind of a event to happen and then take a pause and go into consolidation. And I think that reason has come in the form of heightened tension across the border and also the impending weekend, 2 days. So a lot can happen over 2 days if we see by the actions and by the commentaries coming out from the official sources. So the traders might not be wanting to go into the weekend with open positions. And I think this 11-12% kind of run up also gives some profit booking rationale as well. So I think people are booking the profit, short-term profits, and the traders are not wanting to go naked into the weekend because of these heightened tensions and uncertainty surrounding the India-Pakistan border. So hence, we have seen these kind of moves in the markets today.
Right. Very good afternoon to you, Narendra. This is Shailu, so joining in the conversation. And like you said, yeah, it's a weekend, it's 2 days. 2 days is a long time, given the fact that every weekend we've come back on a Monday and we've had a new news flow to deal with. In light of that, one sector that actually saw a huge beating, and it was the IT sector. This week actually is going to be the best week in about 11 months for the IT sector, and this is all thanks to the earnings that were much better than what the street were anticipating for the IT names. How are you looking at the sector now? Are you going to actually gauge the sector based on earnings, or are you going to pay attention to the global commentary?
I think as far as earnings are concerned, those were in lines, and what we have to focus is on the commentary and the short and medium term outlook, because definitely there might be some spending cut downs in the developed markets, which might impact the overall sector, but that has yet to be seen, and how deep and how severe turn that could take is also very uncertain. So we are currently cautious on the on the overall sector, and we are taking stock specific bets, especially we are favoring stocks which are much more diversified in terms of industrial offerings into BFSI, manufacturing, as well as R&D. So these kind of diversified presence is there. So we are favoring those stocks in the IT and ignoring a very sector narrow exposure into this sector.
Right, so that's about the IT space. We just had Maruti Suzuki's numbers that they reported a short while ago, and if you look at the numbers, post the numbers, actually the stock actually saw a downtick. Also, the margins were below the estimates. What they're also saying, there's a sudden drop or surprise drop in their profits, and this on back of high discounts as well as expenses. Analysts have mentioned that the company was forced to offer higher discounts, particularly on small cars, and that could have actually impacted the performance in the quarter gone by for Maruti Suzuki. PAT below estimates, margin below estimates. But Narendra, how are you looking at the auto majors, given the fact that Maruti Suzuki is among the first of the major four-wheeler companies to report their numbers, and yes, it is disappointed the street. Now, how are you going to look at that space, be it Mahindra, Tata Motors and Maruti Suzuki?
I think as far as Maruti's numbers are concerned, top line revenue is largely in line. The volume growth is also there. And as expected, the margins were down because of higher marketing spends plus discount offerings. And I think this should carry over to the next quarter as well, because the competitive intensity is still very high, especially in the PV segments. And overall, coming to the sector, in the auto sector, we are more positive inclined towards two-wheelers space and agriculture space. And passenger vehicles, we are kind of cautious and neutral. And especially in passenger vehicles, we like much diversified stocks like Mahindra and Mahindra, which is also present in agri space as well. And in two-wheelers, preferred pick is TVS Motors and Hero Motocorp. So this is our view on the auto sector right now.
Right, okay, that's the take coming in on where is it that one has opportunities within the entire auto pack, and of course dissecting Maruti's numbers. We will connect the con call at 4 p.m. today. But
if you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.